Hey, good evening. Today is about you cannot choose the consequences of your actions. Now, it's able that you can do whatever you want to do in life, but you can't choose the consequences that you get from the actions of what you do. Let's see, we're going to start off with something simple like you can carry an illegal gun, but you can't choose the consequences that comes from carrying that illegal gun. Some of the consequences may be death, maybe prison. So, I'm going to just go through this whole thing that in life we can make a bunch of choices and act accordingly and choose certain things. But when it comes to the consequences or the repercussions of what we chose, we have no choice about it. So I speak a lot about this because I'm speaking to a certain crowd. So criminality. Hey, feel free. You can commit any crime you want in America. It's the land of opportunity. You commit all the crimes you want, but you cannot choose the consequences that you're going to face behind it. You can't tell the judge like, "Oh Lord, Judge, I think that you should only slap me on the wrist or give me 2 months to give me house arrest." No, you can choose to rob a bank, but you can't choose what happens after that. You can choose to cheat on your significant other, but you can't choose the consequence that comes from cheating. Consequences like a broken up home, unhappy children, divorce, depression, separation, all that stuff. So you can choose to do certain things, but you can't choose how the other person responds to it. And it's unique because whatever your name is, you are the only you. Whatever your social security number is, no one else has it. You're the only one with that number. So you cannot dictate how another person responds to the actions of you. You could choose to rob and steal, but there's consequences for robbing and stealing. You can choose to lie. The consequences for that is that no one's going to believe you when you're telling the truth. You can choose to gamble. Everybody knows the consequences of gambling. One day your money gonna lose. You may be on a hot streak, may win, 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 win. One day you lose. But you can't choose when you win and lose. You can gamble with money, you can gamble with your life, you can gamble with your freedom, you can gamble with your time, you can gamble with your health. You can choose to gamble, but you can't choose what you get in return for the gamble. Even deeper, you can choose to get high. But getting high comes with a price. It destroys your health. You may have heart attack because your heart's beating fast if you're on Molly, ecstasy, cocaine, things like that. Your heart is sped up and your body's acting fast. And then you're actually living in a faster state, so you're getting older. Your body's getting older. So when you turn 36, you don't look like a regular 36-year-old. When you turn 40, you may look 50 because you chose to get high, use a lot of drugs, and drink and things like that. You got bad liver, bad kidney. You could choose to get high, and some of these drugs is taking your teeth away. A lot of people getting high off these drugs and their teeth is gone. If you choose to use drugs and your mouth messed up, your grill messed up, it's the choice you made. You can't choose the consequences of the choice of getting high. It messes up your beauty. You're seeing some girls that used to be real nice looking, had a nice figure and all that. 6 years later, you're like, whoa, is that her? It's a consequence of doing drugs. You made the choice to do the drugs, but the consequence is that it diminishes your health, diminishes your physical makeup, and shucks, you lose your teeth. Okay, you can choose to smoke cigarettes. Everybody knows what happens with cigarettes: COPD, cancer, a lot of things. You can't choose where you get cancer at. You can't choose how long you have COPD or emphysema, but you can choose to smoke cigarettes if you want. So this is what I'm saying. We can choose our actions in life, but we're not able to choose the consequences of those actions. Now you can choose to overeat. You already know what comes with that. High blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, things like that. You can't choose how long you're going to deal with that. So make the smart choices in advance. You can choose to speed in your vehicle. But if the officer pulls you over, you can't say, "Oh, the officer, just give me a $50 fine or give me a slap on the wrist," because we're not able to choose our consequences of our actions. I'm trying to drill that in, that we can make a bunch of choices, but we can't choose the consequences that happen on this side. So you got to put this in your own life and see what choices that you can make, and you can't choose the consequences. So maybe you'll make better choices. That's what I'm trying to get to. But you can choose to use people, and that comes with its own set of consequences. One day your heart will be broken, one day you're going to get used, or you may use people till you just use them up and they're dry. And you're sitting there and you focus on using people so much in life that you never establish nothing of your own. So now you're a grown up and the people that you used to use are no longer around. And so you're sitting there in a rut and in a hole. So that's what I wanted to share with y'all. I'm going on a 7-day challenge. I think this is day 5. It's either 5 or 6. But I appreciate all the comments, appreciate the shares. I look at my views. I'm getting like 300 views, 200 views. And that's awesome. I only got like 633 friends. So I'm almost at a 50% rate of my friends looking at the stuff. So please continue to share. Please send me a friend invitation. I'm accepting all friends. Want to get the word out. Want to get the message out. If we knew better, we'd do better. So I'm trying to help you know better things so you can do better things. Thank you. Appreciate your time. See you tomorrow.